relaxing sounds.
Football's back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not really, because it's preseason, and preseason is...
What's this soda doing here? It's kind of throwing off the Emperor's Groove.
I was drinking it.
Put it over there. Is it empty?
No, it's got some stuff in it.
All right. Well, wow, this is really exciting intro.
I forgot that it was hot mics, to be honest.
He did just say hot mics, and I'm sitting here like,
three
yeah.
I heard
times in
it.
a row.
Yeah,
I heard it.
it's all right.
I'm just...
You know why.
And then when talking about football, too, I'm in my head. I'm ready, man. I hope everybody's ready for their drafts coming up.
I'm really excited. This is my favorite time of year.
I don't even follow.
Not even a little bit?
Not really.
That's okay.
Same.
You follow any sports?
I have like favorite teams, but that's about it.
Okay, who's your favorite football team?
Eagles.
All right, man, never mind.
Whack.
It's the other PA team. I'm a Steelers fan, so I got to talk my shit. Sixburg, not Pittsburgh.
Yeah, whatever. 3, 2.
Jim Kelly, what happened to him?
Jesus Christ. I gotta fix my fingers.
I know.
Hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Super Smash Bonanza, where we talk shit and go bananas. Sizzle making it hot with the edits all on the camera. You know flying got no standards. I be wildin', I don't give a fuck. I might tell you a joke, but I won't lie. Play it as real as fuck. I be all up in my bag. Doobie to the left, making niggas laugh. Chicken fingers on Jamaican patty, you know a nigga need half. It's no breaks with this work shit. I swear it's all gas. I can be the president like Crash. We super smashing, you know that. Pour a shot, take a drink. Talk my shit, I'ma do that. Macaroni and cheese, please don't dab, I can't do that. Camel tongue with popcorn like Jared, why you do that? Probably super smashing, you knew that. He's super smashing, you knew that.
We on a voyage, you know it's spectastic. Sean in the back, rocking the Zorro mask. You best hide your bitch, he might eat that girl's ass. Whoa, pause, but ready for action. He get them cheeks, it's not even worth asking. Beast with a fake ID, that penny passing. Wouldn't believe he is younger than 50. He saw real big fish when they were still in diapers and shitting. Goddamn, who's sliding in? Yeah, it's Kramer. His strings put your body to shame, and he's a bit of a game. That's why females call him player. Shot after shot, leave you brainless. Yeah, he never saying no fake shit. Man smoother than secret Asians. He'll add this track to your playlist. Can't forget the OGs. Crash TY and Doovie. Started from a fool's dream. Now them haters groovies. Would they share for views? Please suck my dick, bitch, sue me. You were never about it, so just watch us fill the whole scene.
We super smashing, you knew that. We super smashing, you knew that. We super smash, we super smash, we super smashing, you knew that. We super smashing, you knew that. We super smashing, you knew that. I'm so lit, I'm so drunk, I'm super smashed, you knew that.
Fucking fly is gonna drive me nuts all night. Welcome everybody back to Super Smash Productions. You have Crash.
You got Doovie.
You got Mac.
We have a special guest.
Sammy, also
Welcome.
known as Samael.
And Sam, what do you do? What is your...
Uh,
why are you here to talk to us tonight?
I am both a local musician and professional wrestler.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So we will delve into that after I get this off my chest. The only thing I hate more than white privilege is those fucking NPC TikTokers right now. It is fucking driving me absolutely insane that half my fucking TikTok newsfeed is just people pretending that they're NPCs and repeating the same shit and making fucking bank.
You know what they need to do? They need
Jesus.
No, they need to capitalize
What?
on this, and somebody needs to make an app strictly for NPCs. Because get this shit off TikTok, pretty much. Is what
Dude, it's terrible.
No, that won't happen.
It is so fucking bad. It is like I barely even go on anymore.
yeah.
Like there's people that make like 2 to 4K
Disgusting
per
money.
fucking live that they do, and I'm like, welcome. I am Crash the NPC.
Are you mad that they thought of it first and you're just not making the money, or
No, see,
just find it annoying?
bring back lip syncing fucking songs to TikTok. I don't need to see no booty shaking. I don't need to see No bullshit.
Is this going to be the new old person thing where we pine for old memes and gifs and shit like that?
I do
now?
every day. I do absolutely.
You sound
every
old as
day.
shit right now. I'm tired of
I
all
am.
this ass shaking.
Whatever happened to planking? Fuck.
Harlem Shake, the funny one. Bring that back. All right, Wig.
Do you remember Put Him in a Coffin?
Yes.
Colin. Put him in a coffin.
I don't know what happened at first, but you pointed down and then slowly got up there like you figured it out.
I miss when people
Show me potato salad.
I miss when people were doing people were rapping and fucking dissing them.
Next, you're going to talk about troll faces.
What is that?
Everything.
Really old meme.
Oh,
See,
like
I don't even know that one, but I don't know any of the ones they're talking about because I was late to the party.
Right. You were like, I had dial-up when I was 30.
I'm old, and I've established after watching trend after trend after trend, whether it be technological or pop culture wise, things just sometimes don't catch on, and that's why we don't all have a fucking laser disc.
We should just bring back Aquanet and just deteriorate the rest of the ozone.
Well,
If we're bringing back old trends.
people are always worried about all these propaganda of flat earthers and everything. What about the propaganda that we even have an ozone left?
now there's more alien shit out now than ever. Everybody's coming out and whistleblowing shit.
I'm
now.
not even. I wasn't even surprised.
I don't
like,
give
duh.
a fuck. Like I said, unless they come here, you know, because
They
it
are
could go
here.
one or two ways. They could show up. And,
are
There's only
here.
two options.
no, like show themselves to us, pretty much. Like not just flying fast as shit in the sky, or whatever. Or that Spanish family that got quiet, they got hushed because they saw that alien in the backyard. Nobody knows if it's real or not, whatever. But what I'm saying is nobody gives a fuck. It's either two things. You're either gonna come here and be like, yo, this is how you're supposed to live life. Can we live in harmony here just for a little bit to help you fix this shit? Cool. Or they're gonna come down like fucking General Zod.
Right, they're like, let's get rid of your
And
government.
it's a wrap.
We're gonna show you how this is actually really supposed to work, and then everybody's just at peace.
It's like Zod versus Brock Lesnar.
We don't need you, just the resources.
Yeah.
That's the truth. We're
Jesus.
done with the anal probing. We're coming for your shit.
Don't mind the 1,000 foot wide hole going into the center of your Earth.
That's wild.
We're gonna turn your fucking planet into a Christmas ornament, but you be alright.
This is how you strip mine.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's-
that's how you thought you destroy a planet? Let us show you how it's done.
You guys are doing it too fucking slow.
Cigarette smoke.
COVID.
What is this? Oh, another plague? That worked.
Your rainforests are still here?
Right.
Shit.
Give these bitches the spots.
It could be like Alien Nation. Remember that?
What did you just do with the hand?
There was a fly.
You sure that wasn't a secret hand sign for the
No.
alienation?
No. I'm not a scroll.
Do we know? Do we know too much?
I mean,
We are recording right now. Just let us know. Give us a wink or something.
you remember Alien Nation? You don't remember that movie? You know Alien Nation?
No.
I
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There was a movie where these aliens literally came down. They looked like people except they had alien heads and shit, and they like lived amongst us and like
Coneheads?
They
were-
looked exactly
not
like
coneheads.
us, except they had alien heads.
Alien Nation.
Huh? It was called Alien Nation. It
What
was
did
like
Dan Aykroyd ever do to you?
it's not that one. It's not Coneheads. But I'll show you guys after we're done recording.
Sinbad's in Coneheads.
That's
you
crazy.
so you had to watch.
Wasn't it like the boss or something?
He owns the dry cleaner or something like
Something
that.
like that.
He works at, yeah.
Dude, I forgot he was the guy that fucking Keenan had to pay back in the Good Burger movie. I was like, oh, he was the fucking principal. Oh,
How
shit.
fun is it when you go back? Earlier today, me and Duval were talking about Eddie Murphy, and it got me talking about in The Nutty Professor when he messes around with the stand-up comedian, and it's fucking Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget that Reggie is fucking Dave Chappelle.
Right, there's so many movies that like now you recognize like an underground actor at the
Exactly.
time, and I'm like,
Like, holy shit, it's so-and-so before they made $1 million, and they were struggling to eat like I am.
I mean, you did just bust down a pound cake.
I haven't struggled to eat since 1992, so don't worry about me.
would you just tap your saddlebags?
I slapped on something. I don't know what it was, but it hurts.
Fucking sciatica.
You gotta take it easy. That was the worst working with Sean at the deli. His sciatica was real bad at that time.
Oh, he does? He does have it? I had no idea. I was just joking because
Oh,
he's
I
old.
thought you knew he had it.
Well, back then, that's when I had to lose. I was at like 250 or something like that, and I had to lose
all
the
them
weight
fucking
and my
nitrates,
nerves.
bro. All them
Everything was
nitrates in that deli
Well,
meat.
pinching all my nerves
When
and
you,
everything.
that's the thing. When you work in a deli, man, you just eat all day.
Bro, when it was connected to, well, the deli at Wegmans is connected to prepared food, so
Yeah.
I would just make Sammy's all day.
Mm-hmm. Be sitting down, bending down over by the counter, just rolling up cheese and meat.
You're like, this is free, this is free.
Oh, they didn't give a
this
shit
is
because the
free.
managers would come in. Can I get a couple slices? Yeah, sure.
Dude, we would save slices of stuff, and then I'd be cutting Italian bread for people, and I'd just be like,
Get the
swoop,
Kaiser roll.
swoop, taking
Yeah.
a cut. No, I just take a couple slices out of these people's fucking. You want me to slice your bread? This is the fucking toll.
Or if it's something you wanted to try all day, but it
That
wasn't
packet
open
of
yet.
andouille sausages, and I accidentally put the box cutter a little too deep in the box. Oh,
Whoops.
we gotta tear this now.
Fry them up.
And then the cook in the back, he would hook us up with chicken tenders every now and then.
That's the only
But I
reason
think that was
like
only so we
closing
didn't
the
turn them
Wegmans.
into IA.
Jeez.
Don't do that. That's my man's.
All right, I went too far.
Yeah, you did.
Back to wrestling.
Fuck the Giants.
So what did you say your wrestling name was?
Sammy Nothing.
You know, we were trying to remember it because obviously we were stoned as shit the last time.
I
What
was
did you
drunk as
say
fuck.
your finisher was?
It's called the Scarlet Ripper. Always forget how to pronounce it. It's the knee that Kenta and Bryan Danielson do, the running knee.
The Busaki
Psycho-
knee.
oh.
Thank
Busaki
you.
knee, yeah.
I was gonna say
I knew it was a
but
knee.
I can't say that.
I thought it was like a Kamagoya. I was like, I think that's like it. But nah, it was. I was close. But
Yeah, no, it's that, and in my tag team, the Heretics, we do that combined with a lariat.
yeah, that's dope.
Okay. What's your record right now? Have you won any belts?
I've held the DWA Tag Team Championships in the Heretics. We almost won the DBW Tag Team Championships. Almost.
What does that stand for? Because I have no idea.
DWA is Delta Wrestling Alliance. It's a company in Lower Pennsylvania. And then DBW is Dominant Breakout Wrestling.
Okay. And do you guys perform around here or?
We have performed more locally, but most of those companies we either aren't seeing at the moment or have been shut down as of recent.
Cocksuckers. When's the
Yeah.
last time you did a show?
Last month.
So hard times on the indie scene.
Yeah, we're lower tier, but we're trying to start branching out into neighboring states. We've been hearing some stuff from like New Jersey.
Okay.
Now, between the promotions is like different styles of wrestling. Like this promotion only does this style versus this promotion does every style. Like how does it work with the lower promotions?
So some of our promotions, because of the nature, they're more so starting out, trying to build the audience, trying to build up the funding to run larger shows.
Right.
They give us a lot more creative freedom and a lot looser guidelines, so it becomes a little bit more just able to do more things, whereas the larger promotions you get, like a more strict time limit, and
A lot more things to adhere to.
yeah, and
I don't like rules.
it's not I don't mean it in like a negative sense, but it is, you're more so following their story and for their promotion, and therefore getting more exposure, versus the smaller promotion, much looser guidelines. So
there's room to create feuds, things like that.
yeah, there's
Build
a
upon
little
your
bit.
character
yeah.
and everything.
There's
like that.
more, I guess, ability to kind of book yourself more fine-tuned.
That's actually smart because, they say, like, I guess in wrestling, guys always find their dance partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you have a great match with a guy and you end up working the same promotion, for what I understand, it's always if, that was kind of like the, RIP to Eddie, but him and Benoit, I'd say RIP Benoit.
No RIP for Benoit.
Nah, I can't. But that's why throughout the years those twos were always paired up because they always had great matches. But
Yeah.
I think like
Well,
creating your own.
You can't
book-
force a square shaped into a circle hole
No.
and everything like that.
No, but I'm sure
Find
that
what works.
Can't
Like-
even bend the edges a little bit.
I was just thinking, we've all seen the video now. Where
How-
the guy fits the same shape to the same hole. It's like, well, fuck.
now I know it because it's multiple promotions. Is there certain guys that you like to work with? Guys that you are like, you know what? Nah, he's a little stiff for my liking.
I don't ever have a problem really with people being stiff as long as they're safe about it. Because I myself am
I
pretty.
wouldn't want to catch one of those in the back.
I myself am a pretty stiff wrestler. I believe in the philosophy of I'd rather you hit me, I feel a little sore the next day than it look like shit. So
Right.
I like
That makes sense.
I like the
Also,
intensity.
adrenaline's going, so you might not
Yeah.
feel it till afterwards, anyways. So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
be
even.
pissed the next day though.
Oh, you got to see some like
Anything that's worth getting pissed about is getting pissed in the moment. You give a little bit of a receipt and then you move on.
when you see
Yeah,
those guys laying in big ass chops. That shit is real. Like they're putting you in a corner and fucking boom, like and
Yeah, there's no faking the impact.
yeah.
And
Does
I-
your character transfer over from one to the other, or do you have to alter your character a little bit?
No, I fairly play a consistent character. I might change the attributes of it depending on what's going on in that company, but for the most part, I've been portraying the same thing throughout everything that I've been on.
Or do we have a picture of your costume?
Attire.
Wrestling
I do.
gear.
Yeah, gear. It's
Alright,
not costume.
Well, if they're
Three people just glared the
and they-
shit out of you.
You got a picture of
and
your
they
costume.
play, then it's a fucking costume.
Remember
Bought
that-
this shit at Party City.
Remember that guy that
Halloween
told Bam
City,
Bam he was
whatever
wearing
it
a
is?
costume? I don't either, because that dude don't fucking exist anymore.
My man said costume.
I said what I said. I don't wrestle.
I'll have
Or
you
watch
know,
it.
my gear is professional.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. He ain't out there dressed like RoboCop. It's got some stupid shit on. So I got
I
official,
feel like that's what I would be. I would just be
like a parody
the
of something.
most ridiculous.
We'd wrap you in
shit.
cellophane and call it a day.
We do have a guy that will during intermissions he has like a Grinch costume and a Cat in the Hat costume. He'll go out and greet the kids.
Word. That's pretty fantastic. Oh, so that's a costume, but the other ones are gear.
Gear, yeah.
Yeah.
Gear.
It's a sport.
You'll
I
learn.
promise you. We're just a little dramatic.
I started. His forehead started glistening a little bit as soon as he said it. He was like, "Yeah, you know, so what's your costume?" I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Well, so what I said.
I'm
Shows how much I know.
Listen.
I'm on the wrong fucking episode. I'll put it that way.
blame it on Ready to
Let's
Rumble.
just get drunk and let you guys rock out for the rest.
Blame it on Ready to Rumble.
Wrestling's not fake.
I think you're mean, sexy mean Gene. I really do.
It's still real, damn it.
Hey, I've been to many fucking wrestling shows. That shit is real.
Yeah, who are you watching currently? Like as far as like
Do you have a favorite?
indies or like
They were already talking shit, so I hope you picked the right one.
It's not talking shit.
we weren't talking
but
shit. We were just talking about a certain product.
Everybody at one time or another has been a fan of WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it. It's just I'm not a fan of the current iteration. That's all.
What are you a fan of?
I haven't been that great at following the current wrestling events. I mostly like a lot of the times when I watch wrestling, it's old like NJPW,
Okay.
old Noah matches, old ECW. I semi follow up with like CZW, and I'll check with like things with that or wrestlers that I know personally. I recently, my one friend put me on to, I believe Suzu Suzuki is her name. She's a member of Stardom that does like, she was doing like death matches before, and death matches is my shit.
You
per
like
se.
you like the doing the death match?
Yeah,
What's
I-
something you don't want to like? What you don't like doing in a death match? Like what's something that you're like, fuck, this is really gonna suck. I don't want to do this. I've heard people say thumbtacks aren't as bad as it looks.
Thumbtacks are not nearly as bad as they look.
When you step on one, I get pretty pissed though.
Yeah,
So-
like a barefoot thumbtacks match, like I would do it, but it would suck.
That's wild.
It would
You'll have
suck.
tap shoes by the end of the match.
I don't know though, cause I've done like had people put skewers in my head. I've done pizza cutters, cheese graters. I've done light tubes, gone through tables, taken chairs. Like
Unprotected or protected?
both.
More power to you.
Mm-mm.
So obviously you're doing color then, right?
Yeah, and I've never bladed. I've always been busted open naturally. I've always bled naturally.
Because I hear that
We're
there's
natural here.
a lot of guys they'll take baby aspirin before a match to thin out the blood. So when they do like a little, apparently it makes them. That's why you see guys just bleeding all over the place, or they drink whiskey.
Yeah, there are techniques. There are multiple ways you can do it.
I feel like
I just like to bleed normally.
I like the legitimacy of it. I don't want to, fuck it up and then all of a sudden I cut half my head open trying to
or have somebody else bleed you. Now you're now you're fucking the next mass transit.
Yeah.
Mass transit incident. Yeah, well, I'll show you what it's. A wrestler named New Jack. Colin, can we get a picture of New Jack? This guy New Jack. His thing was his theme song would play the entire match. Like he would come out and it'd be like some.
I'd be pissed off.
It's very monotonous. Dude.
It was
like,
Natural Born Killers
Yeah.
with Ice Cube and Dr.
Yes,
Dre.
yes.
Over and over again.
Match 15 minutes, cool. You about to hear this 3 times.
You're a fan of it the first few minutes, but it gets very obnoxious after a while. There have
Yeah.
been wrestlers that have attempted the same thing since, and it feels like somebody fucked up. Like, did the guy in control go to take a piss? Like, what's going on?
Do you know what I would wrestle to? The Ultimate Sax Man.
The whole match?
I'd watch that.
That's wild.
There's a YouTube video with Gandalf, and he literally does it. He literally just bobs his head for like 12 hours to just that.
No.
I've put that on to go to sleep before.
They got like 10, 15 hours of like thunderstorms and shit. Every now and then I use it. It's not bad.
Well, last night, Sam. I'll get into that. Sam and I went to party on the patio to go see Michael Jackson tribute last night, and
What's the Villa Lago?
the what?
No.
Revitalago.
Whatever you say. Anyway, so
The doc.
Did they have two separate Michaels?
no, just one.
Oh, because when I went the last time, they had a dark skin Michael.
Did they really?
She got a light skin friend.
No, it was just one dude.
I swear to God.
He did like 12 costume changes.
The
but
one
it was
dude
really
did
good.
all the dark skin Michael songs, and the other one did all the.
Fantastic.
Dude, it was great. I remember I went with my mom and a couple other people, and I was like, "They got two Michaels." She was like, "Ain't that some shit?"
But yeah, they were doing like a fuck ton of like every other song. They were doing like a costume change, which was pretty cool. Which only just included him putting on a different jacket. But
New
This
glove,
man
different
just-
jacket.
No matter what we're talking about, he has to downplay the outfits of whatever the fuck we're talking about. Like, I mean, it was great. Costume changes all around. I mean, he turned around and changed his coat.
It's a great band though.
it definitely wasn't the same one that you saw.
No, but I've heard good things about it from what other people say.
Where was I getting with it? First have a party on the patio. Oh, I wasn't there yet. I was
Oh.
gonna say something else.
Sorry, I threw you off with the light skin, dark
Yeah.
skin Michael.
Fuck me. Anyway, so I'll just get to that then. But so we're there hanging out. I'm fucking tall. I'm like 6'3", 6'4". I don't even fucking know anymore. So anybody who stands behind me is gonna be pissed off. We're like 4 songs in. I gotta piss because I was DD last night. Oh, I found out what I want to talk about. Remind me about Sigourney Weaver.
All right.
So anyway, so I had to piss like 4 songs in. So I go piss, and like this Spanish dude and his fetal alcohol syndrome girlfriend or whatever, were standing behind us or to the side of us at one point, and they like move up to like stand right behind Sam. So I get back from the bathroom and I literally stand right in front of this bitch that looks like she has fetal alcohol syndrome. And all of a sudden, this dude starts bitching, "Oh, that's so fucked up, blah, blah, blah." I looked at him, I said, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" He's like, oh, you didn't see us standing there? I was like, I've been here. Since I got here at 6:30, I've been standing here. And at that point, I mean, you can come in.
Yeah, you come in, man.
Flyboy Young, a.k.a. Golden Bass is here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So
Live.
anyway,
Live. Go ahead.
I'm fucking standing there, and this dude is talking shit under his breath for like 10 fucking minutes. I turn around, I said, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but don't try and check me. I was like, we can handle this now, or you can shut the fuck up and move. And he goes, oh, I'm like grumbling under his breath, like, and then he moved kind of like to like my left hand side, and he just like kept like looking over his shoulder at me. So
Bombastic side eye.
for like 20 minutes, I was just standing on guard because I saw him playing with like this like weird spiky ring on his fucking left hand. I was like, oh, southpaw, eh? And I was like, all right, well, if he fucking swings, I'm gonna knock this dude the fuck out. So like, I missed 20 minutes of the fucking show because I was getting ready to knock somebody the fuck out instead. So, other than that, he decided to leave like 15 minutes later, but he was literally still bitching that whole time. I said, if you don't just shut the fuck up and move somewhere else, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Poor
And
dude, ain't know it was coming.
They should have broke into bad, and you guys could have tussled.
I think that's part of the name of the tribute was almost bad or something or.
We bad.
But this dude was like middle transition Michael, so he was like
You just heard beat it. You
was
heard,
like-
you heard
he was
beat
like
it for 20
po-
minutes straight.
post thriller Michael is what he was.
This was Mocha Michael. This is where he was still.
He was like a number 6 on the coffee scale with a lot of creamer. So anyway, Sigourney Weaver, that's what I wanted to talk about first. So there was maybe like 3 or 4 songs that I didn't finish, and where Sam looks at me, she goes, am I older? Are you ready to go home? I said, I'm ready to fucking go. It was like 9:30.
Word.
The kids were at my dad's house, so we start leaving, and
You're good.
it's like, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you need to. Yeah, he looks so suspicious back there. And we get home.
He was doing the wildest palm strikes.
He was.
Fucking
Why
baby E Honda.
Yeah. So what are you
That
doing?
refrigerator was about to break like on fucking Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Man.
Sam's like, you want to watch something on TV? I said, no. I want you to put on Sigourney Weaver so she could put me to sleep, because she's the one that like hosts like all like the nature shows and the underwater shows.
All right, her voice puts you to sleep.
Straight to
I'd say.
sleep.
Show me-
Every time I watch like a wildlife documentary, I fall asleep within 10
Show me the
minutes.
first 10 minutes of fucking aliens, and I'm awake.
So yeah, Sigourney Weaver. That's what it circles back to.
Yeah, nasty son of a bitch.
But yeah, I almost knocked this dude. Like, he must have had little man complex too, because he was only like
He's a wee fella.
5'11".
That's not small.
It's not small. I'm
Yes, it is.
I'm
He's-
5'10". Am I
right.
small?
Yeah.
Why
No,
are you
I'm
just
not.
taking swings at everybody in the room all day? What's happening? I'm 5'8" on a good day.
Coming off the top rope.
All right.
God damn it.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, there's that indie Michael Jackson wrestler. Would you go one-on-one with him?
I would enjoy that thoroughly.
This man does the moonwalk DDT.
It looks nice.
The only problem I see with that gimmick is the keeping it fresh. Like eventually it starts to look like a Shawn Michaels match where it's just the same shit over and over again.
But nobody, I think it's one of those things that don't, that's like saying Orange Cassidy should.
Orange Cassidy's a perfect example of he's the Madonna of it.
Yeah, but
Even
nobody
he's
gets-
doing
no-
something different with
Nobody
it.
gets tired of The Undertaker.
That's not true. Again, you used a bad example because we had Dead Man
For just a
Inc.
small
and
percentage.
Ministry Undertaker, Purple Glove Undertaker. There's like 5 different Undertakers.
Yeah, but
There
those
were-
Undertakers were all similar except for Dead Man.
There was a legendary deathmatch wrestler that his entire gimmick was just Leatherface.
That's all it was.
That's all it was. That's all it was. That's all it ever was, and
Leatherface.
everyone loved it.
He just came out as Leatherface all the time.
Yep. Did the whole chainsaw dance and everything.
They did a cease and desist.
That's a horror
to,
gimmick, though. Horror's timeless. People love horror films.
Blue
no matter
Cane. Blue Cane just got a
what.
cease
I
and
don't
desist.
understand what the fuck is that shit.
That shit is great.
Blue Cane.
It's snow instead of fire.
Yeah.
It's snowing.
After they did that, I saw a Dark Souls 2 reference to the one boss that they put in the DLC as a blue version because it was a fire demon.
Oh my god.
Now we've talked about Michael Jackson. We've talked about Chris Benoit, and I know there's one more in there that works for this conversation. I've talked about you about things that I like to bring up in this. What is your opinion as far as these pop culture people when they do something that is so horrid that you really shouldn't even be a fan of theirs anymore, but the shit is just that good? Again, we were just talking about Michael Jackson. The catalog speaks for itself. Chris
He
Benoit.
was a safe haven for
the
little kids.
moveset.
He did not touch little kids. Leave him the fuck alone.
He touched little kids.
No,
Let's
he
just-
did
I
not.
don't think Michael touched
Neverland
no
was
kids.
a fucking safe haven.
I don't think he touched no kids.
Okay. Believe
R.
what
Kelly.
you want to believe. O.J. Simpson was also found innocent in the court of law.
He did that shit.
No, I think it was his son.
Guilty. In,
Or his son.
I think it was his son, and he
Dude,
covered
he
it
was
up.
found guilty in fucking civil court.
The glove don't fit because it was his son's.
No, he did get his karma and go to jail because he was out here stealing his own sporting cards.
See,
and shit.
this-
Who
But-
saw Sammy
but this
Sosa
goes-
recently?
Yeah, he looks like. Yeah.
Sammy Sosa
It's
looked.
crazy.
Sammy Sosa
Call
looked
him?
like Subway lunch meat.
Yeah. White.
It's
But
bad.
again-
That weird.
Have you seen
What
Sammy
that weird
Sosa?
wet ass turkey? That's what he looks like.
Sammy
Sammy Sosa looks like what's his?
He's Dominican, and he's supposed to look Dominican, and now he looks as white as that refrigerator.
He looks like the dude who was the father in the Addams Family. He played M. Bison.
Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez. He look like Gomez now.
But so, what does it take for somebody to not get your fanfare anymore? Are there lines? Does everybody? Is it a separate case for each situation?
I would say sexual assault.
I feel
one
like
of them.
I feel like
So then, all right. So if there's sexual assault, let's use one that I know for an example. Are you a fan of Ren and Stimpy?
No, not really.
Are you a fan of Rick and Morty?
I was.
All right. Well, see now, because of what's happened with, is it Justin Rowland or the other one? It doesn't matter. The voice of Rick and Morty, he got in trouble for doing stuff with a younger girl. Are you still going to be a fan of the show? Will you still
Well,
watch?
T.Y. still a fan of Ezra Miller.
That's it. It brings up many
Flash is
questions.
Flash,
about,
bro.
Hey,
about
he
everything.
was.
He's flashing.
Flash was wild. The Flash was a good ass movie.
It was good. It was a good movie.
Everybody
but
says it was horrible.
They also
That's
replaced him as the voice on Rick and Morty.
Yeah, and now-
already, and don't they sound the same
See,
or whatever?
well, nobody's heard
I mean,
it
that's
yet,
the
don't
glory
think.
of voice actors.
But this is again leads into it. That is standing by your moral compass and everything, and the creator of it, besides him, okay, we're going to fix this. We're going to make a move. Nobody ever really did that stuff. I mean,
I feel like the easiest way to flip that is they're just going to be on a different Earth.
I feel like everybody's a
If they sound a little bit different, it's because they're just a different version of
I feel like everybody
That's
though
the
is
easiest way to fucking flip that Rick and Morty situation.
I feel like everybody's
Well,
a
that's-
hypocrite
that's
though
easy to do it.
in their own right because so like after Owen Hart died, we all still watched WWE or WWF or whenever it transitioned.
Yeah.
We watched Dark Side of the Ring with Owen Hart. And we saw what kind of clip and shit was holding him.
yeah.
You saw the latch.
Yeah.
You're like that. How could that hold a 240-pound man
It was-
going
it
fast
was
and shit over?
negligence.
Right.
Negligence goes on
So
everywhere.
we still watch WWE. I'm not now like R. Kelly. Obviously, everybody feels how they feel.
Right, like what's his nuts that shot somebody during that show?
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there's another.
there's another one like
do you
the clip.
stop
the-
watching
But I didn't
stuff
re-
because
I really
that
didn't go out of my way to watch
Because I
this
feel
shit
like
anyway.
I feel like that was an accident. I don't think he put a bullet in the fucking gun.
No,
It just seems like it's all across. Just as we're talking, and this, I keep saying it, but it really plays into the point I was trying to make. It's a fucking dartboard, to where we all just got to start throwing stuff at it and go. Because look at somebody like a Louis C.K. Completely blacklisted. All of a sudden, he's creeping back into the fucking. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be writing stuff.
I mean, he was making amends.
He's going to be casting people. Lizzo was a huge advocate for not shaming people and stuff like that. Now it turns out that she's been shaming the
yo,
fucking dancers.
catapults and bananas out your vagina is wild.
Who did that?
That's what she took. She took her dancers.
Supposedly
she
she
took her
made-
dancers to Amsterdam.
Yeah,
And was making them eat bananas out of the fucking.
that were being shot out of vaginas.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Peeled.
Different strokes
I
for
think they were
different folks.
unpeeled.
We
Peeled or
all
unpeeled?
I think they were peeled.
I sure as hope they were unpeeled, or they would not slide out as well.
They were. Maybe they was kind of
Or
right.
would they? Oh, Magilla Gorilla.
She was making them eat the bananas out.
We've got a gorilla for sale.
I mean, Amsterdam, I get it. Red light district people go to get coochie, but
There's wild.
Dude,
and
I also
there's
saw something about.
fucking-
She said something about her dancers being a certain weight or whatever. Like,
body shaming them. And
bitch,
saying-
you're big.
And she gets on everybody who says anything about her being big,
Bitch, you're big.
which is just feeding into
You're past well fed.
everybody's. But there's gonna be
You're
people that
past
stick
just
with her.
being comfortable.
There's gonna be people that stick to her like fucking barnacles on the bottom of a ship.
Lizzo be out there with them.
Pardon the big pun,
She
but
be out
she's a
there-
big girl, but it's
She be out there with them Andre the Giant dress suits.
Oh, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to bring her up to hate on her and everything like that. But, I mean,
She's sexually.
if she's doing it to other people, yeah, fuck her.
I was about to say something, but nope.
She out there with the King Kong Bundy 2-piece.
What would it
Those
take?
one-arm strap.
What would it
suits
take-
Are wild.
What would it
All
take for
these-
your biggest...
well, it's the big show.
Oh, God. You don't know anything of wrestling, and that's what you fucking know?
Everybody knows
Listen,
that theme song.
God
I know.
damn.
I know the Attitude Era. Past that,
Was the Big Show
Nothing.
the Attitude Era?
Yeah, he was there.
he was there.
Yeah.
The big ass end of it.
Remember, when he showed up, he came through the ring and
Busted through the fucking bottom of the ring like
Yeah.
a toddler out of the crib.
threw Stone Cold through the fucking cage, side of the cage, and that's how he won the match.
Yeah. He fucked up and let Stone Cold win because he
Yeah.
was a big goof.
Yeah.
But yeah, what would it take for your... But like, you love Kobe Bryant and everything, right?
Yeah.
What if it came out that he was like eating babies before he died in the helicopter crash? Would you be like, nah,
Fucking
man, it's okay.
adrenochrome, bro.
It was Kobe. Kobe fucking for the culture and all this.
I think by nature everybody would have to cancel him. You have no choice.
because he ate babies.
Yeah.
So all right, that's a drastic one, but so there are things that would
Okay,
make you.
let's find the line.
Yeah, where is that
Let's
line?
find the line.
What would be the most atrocious thing that your
Public
hero
masturbation. All right.
could do? Pee Wee Herman, I rode with him. Rode with him till he died.
Rest in peace, Paul
R.I.P.
Rubin.
fucking Paul. I can't watch Nightmare Before Christmas without losing it for a while, I think.
I mean, he wasn't a big staple in the movie.
No, but the kids were like my favorite part. Why can't I think of their names right
Lock,
now?
Shock, and Barrel.
Yeah, I know, but they had a name.
The Oogie Boys or whatever.
Boogie's Boys.
The tequila
Oogie
dance
Boys.
is
Oogie Boys.
Yeah.
the tequila dance is iconic. Nobody will ever forget that.
I'm waiting for Danhausen to come back and do it.
Yeah, he should.
All right,
We have to
so
see him do it.
what would your line be to just like have to cut somebody the fuck off? I mean, murder depends on the situation.
Everything depends on the situation because somebody on the street could come up to me and say that my mother taught my sister how to suck dick. But Bully Ray did it on fucking live TV and he's a hero. Like, it's just... Was that live? Was that recorded?
Colin, that was Heat Wave 2000. If you can find that clip and just
Bring it up, full audio.
We got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick.
I think I changed the way that I perceive what they've created. So, like, I'm very interested in like things like psychology and just the way humans are. So I would, like, if I hear somebody's done something fucked up, I try and like,
What led them to that point?
yeah, like try and hear what,
Put
like,
yourself in their shoes.
you know, what's going on in the information.
But
that
then
they're
there's some things that
providing
you're
us.
like, I'm not even going to try
Right.
and go there. Like,
Nobody could put themselves in Charlie Sheen's shoes or the Tiger King's shoes.
No.
Like those were some wild.
I
fucking
couldn't help but have
things.
seen like your Misfits patch and everything. I don't want to assume or anything, but if you're a fan of like Operation Ivy or Rancid or anything like that, like Tim Armstrong.
I never really
Here
got
come
into
the
either of
horns.
those.
Well, no, it's not. They're not really Scott. But I digress. But I was a fan of their music and everything, and then you find out that he has been not molding, but what is it with grooming young girls and everything.
Imprinting.
Like
That is every fucking rock star. So never
Okay.
listen to classic rock ever again in your life.
Again, there
fucking
it
Billy
comes-
Idol, rock the
there comes the
cradle of
question.
love.
That's what groupies do and everything like that. But I mean, if they're going out of the way like an Israel
They were
Miller
fucking
or
like
Armstrong,
15-year-olds back in the day.
and that's
1000%.
Now you're getting into the Jerry Lewis shit, but the people justified it. That was his 15-year-old cousin, and they justified it. People will justify whatever they want to justify.
Who's the actor that adopted the Asian girl or whatever and then married her when she turned 18 or something?
oh, that was Woody Allen.
Yeah.
Something like that. She was wild.
Sung
It don't
something
matter.
Like that. I forget
Good
what
try.
forget what her name was. Sung Yi,
Something Wong.
something like that.
Definitely was.
Damn, man. I can't even try and guess the fucker's name.
There's definitely something wrong there. Well, just like even before he was peeing on people and all that. Robert, I'm not gonna call him. I said it earlier. I'm not gonna say it again. But we all know Robert Kelly.
All right. You want to come to me?
He
Do
was.
not co-sign for him either.
He
Fuck
took
off.
off with Aaliyah, who was 14, and went and got eloped.
Do you know who did the same thing?
A
20
lot of
years
people.
before that in rock and roll and fucking you know him, we all knew him, and the parents agreed to it. Steven Tyler
Mhm.
That's wild.
went to the parents, pretty much said, "I'm gonna take your daughter and adopt her as like I'm gonna be her legal guardian, but I'm gonna be like inside.
I'm
your
gonna help
kid."
them shower when they're
Yeah.
12.
But she's gonna go around the world
Damn.
tour with us. It's gonna be great.
That's fucked, right? But it probably happened.
That's the same thing when David Bowie died and everyone celebrated him, even though he was also just equally as
Big
notorious for that
old
shit.
groomer and kid fucker.
And and there's another great one. I grew up watching Labyrinth. I fucking adored David Bowie. But then you hear this stuff.
I mean,
and
I'll still bump the Labyrinth.
you start catching yourself defending somebody for something like, no, there must have been a reason or something. And it's like
T.Y. with Ezra Miller.
It gets crazy
because the Flash is the Flash, and he's just gonna flash.
So at some point, this is my end of the whole thing. My summation is that I think what we really need to do is we need to separate the creators and the creation. If we can separate those two things, then we won't have these kind of moral dilemmas anymore, where people feel like they have to defend rapists, killers, groomers, or whatever you want to call it. We don't have to defend that shit. If you love somebody's art, if you love Ren and Stimpy, fucking watch it, man. Who cares if Krasinski was fucking a 14-year-old? If you love listening to The Who cares if Pete Townsend was investigating fucking child rape, saying it was child rape, but he was probably looking at little kids' pictures?
What pisses me off when people idolize the wrong shit, like, I never forget there was a dude I saw on vacation a couple years back. He had, like, serial killer tattoos, right? And I'm like...
Implying that he was one, or tattoos of serial killers?
Like probably like John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, like he had a Gacy.
I was just
like
clarifying. I hate that culture. I get very disgusted by that culture.
It was like, I forget the other dude that killed a bunch of people, and then he had like Gacy or whatever, and I thought it was it from afar. Pennywise, I should say.
Tim Curry's Pennywise.
And I'm like...
only one.
And I get up on it, and I'm like, oh, that's... I said, why would you have that on your arm? Like, I'm all for tattoos, but you know what he did?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
That's wild.
What are you glorifying? What are you memorial? I carry a graveyard around on my body as far as
eating
my
gay
tattoos.
black people.
So what are you carrying around with you? Or what? Some of my tattoos, like, they're reminders of stuff.
So
I look in the mirror and I remember. What do you need to remember with that fucking?
I told you we're gonna watch reruns of Martin, and then you can go home.
I think that it applies in the sense of, we need to be reminded of it to not repeat the same.
I like that, but then you have.
What did I say? I said
that's not the one that Zac Efron played, was it?
Dahmer was sauteing Negroes.
Who's the one that Zac Efron played?
It wasn't Zac Efron. It was the guy from American Horror Story.
No. But didn't Zac Efron play one of these serial killers?
I think he played Bundy, maybe.
Yeah. How many women did you hear were like, "Oh my god,"
like swooning over because it was Zac Efron?
But
they're trying to make it seem like it's okay.
They picked Zac Efron for the sheer point of
what's his name?
This guy was able to seduce and manipulate these women into doing what he wanted.
Evan Peters,
and you're all falling right into it. So they're not learning from anybody's mistakes. If anything, they're lining up like
the amount of therapy though that he had to go get Evan Peters after playing that should be a sign enough to not glorify it. Like he's like, yo, I had to go get fucking help.
That's what Heath Ledger should have done after Batman, but
instead he fucked an Olsen twin. Look what happened.
Oh damn!
I'm just plucking weird shit that had no correlation.
They look like aliens, bro. They might be.
If you told me 20 years ago that we were all going to be going, wait till you see the third one. We'd
Good
all
night,
be like,
Michelle.
oh, you're crazy.
Right, Elizabeth?
But, dude.
Somebody had a theory that Dahmer was
Maximoff.
Somebody had a theory that Dahmer was eating people because he didn't know food stamps existed.
Damn.
Like he was just like, how the fuck do I afford groceries?
Back in the day, you actually had the stamps and shit. That was hard and it was confusing.
It wasn't right, like pieces of paper and shit.
He didn't have resources.
If he just had a WIC card, he'd
one bread. One bread.
Yeah, they just would have gave my man, what was that? What year was it? Like early 90s, late 80s, whatever. If they would have just gave my man $160 a month back then.
He would have drank it, though. He was a big old alcoholic.
Yeah, but he would have had some steaks.
I imagine he would have to drown
his
psyche
he had
a little
ham
bit.
And he was going through.
He was eating thighs,
well,
bro.
He was going through a lot. It was a lot. He got to go dance and wiggle at the club, then lure him home.
You ever think he ate butt cheek or like a
he
penis?
was eating everything.
Without a shadow of a doubt,
Think he was eating butt cheeks?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you think he shaved them first?
Nah.
Imagine eating a butt cheek and getting hair in your mouth.
He had to skin it, right? It's not like, is it like chicken where you just eat it with the skin?
It's like pork, bro.
I told y'all he
literally
was
human
was
flesh is the consistency of pork.
Yeah,
sauteed
with
Negro.
the skin on? Is pork with the skin on? I had no idea.
It can be.
Right.
I didn't know.
He had sazon.
Make some chicharron.
Right.
Make some chicharron buttock.
He was in there eating niggas over rice.
Damn.
See, this is the point. Like, now we're laughing about it.
We could joke about it. I'm not glorifying it. I'm just
line?
saying what he did.
Exactly. We can laugh, but
He had some dick cut. He cut a dick off, put it in some foil, took that shit to work. Oh, you got cheddar
I
wurst?
made you a sandwich.
Yeah, you got cheddar wurst today? Hey, you want a bite? I'll give me a bite.
Welcome back to my apartment.
Right. I got
Give you
more
a
of this at
bite.
the house. This is deer jerky.
It smells weird in here. No,
No.
it doesn't.
That is somebody. That is somebody's forearm, sir.
I got meatballs at home.
Right.
Man balls.
Yeah. You say, hey Jeffrey, this
A little tough.
this manwich meat got a little bite to it. It's crunchy.
T.Y., go to the other side. The wind's going that way.
Attaway. Good damn. Well, now I know there's a line.
Yeah.
If my favorite actor or actress ate somebody, if I found out that Stan Lee though murdered somebody, like now, I would still he'd be.
What
on
about
the,
Bob Ross?
I mean,
What'd he do?
There's still rumors about him killing people and all that stuff.
Yo, he be the illest serial killer.
They're saying
Right?
that his paintings were pictures of places that he
Not
buried bodies
even.
and
Did you
shit.
ever see the time lapse video?
Yeah, he just
He
painted.
literally painted a story, his whole fucking career. Like, it makes me want to cry. Bob Ross was such a great guy.
But did he know he was doing it, or was it
Clearly,
Why? It could have been subconscious where he didn't even know what he was doing.
he was
Why?
going on an
That's
adventure
never
in his
happened
mind.
before. I know. I'm just saying. What if he got so into it where that's what he was doing? He was just flowing through the paintbrush, continuing where he left off every time.
He could have.
I just made it
Tell
even
us
more
story.
beautiful than it was. Tear.
People will probably just trust him so much. You need a ride? Oh my God, Bob Ross, come on in.
The killer is he didn't make shit when he was alive, right? It wasn't until after he died that his family made all the money.
Who?
Bob Ross. I'm pretty sure he made no money alive.
Nah,
All good artists are starving artists. I mean, come on.
It's like Fred Rogers. Like, if I found out Fred Rogers was a bad man.
Who's Fred Rogers?
Mr. Rogers.
Oh, that.
Would you
that-
be my neighbor?
I didn't know you were on a
Bring
first
it on.
fucking name basis with him. Shit.
Yeah, Wig said, yeah, you know that boy Fred.
Who the fuck is
My man
Fred?
Nah, PBS was giving him money. He was getting.
They didn't get chill with that shit till Pee Wee came rolling around. Then it was first name basis.
because you know he was getting money, and then he was getting
Pee-wee.
that Juicy Juice money too, because they all had their hand in that.
Juicy Juice money.
PBS, they always had sponsored
Really
by,
did have Juicy Juice
sponsored
commercials
by
on.
Juicy Juice.
Every other commercial was
Right.
Juicy Juice.
Well, they were giving kids diabetes.
It's all right.
I always had the watered down Juicy Juice.
Yeah, you had to water it down. Somebody, if you drink it straight out the can, concentrate back in the day, he was wild.
He still believes it's just straight out the can.
That's how I drank it.
Did you ever have Juicy Juice out of a can?
No.
You're too young for that.
But again,
shit.
I know we've had this conversation. I just want to make sure. We're not talking about the small concentrates that you put in the freezer. We're
I
talking
had
about
a big can
big
of
can.
concentrate.
That's
You had,
about
to, you had to
this.
bust like a hole
I had
on the top.
family. No, right. Well, we had you had to punch a hole in
Yeah.
one and then poke a hole in the other. so
yeah,
it didn't have
both sides.
Yeah.
And that was concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You was just smacking that shit every.
Because then my
I
mom
need to
would,
see
my mom
video
would
or
fill the
photograph
picture.
of proof
It's
of the
either
old
that or
You don't
we
need
were
much
just-
water with it. You
It's
just
either
gotta
that
put
we were
some.
just that poor that she had to water it down and stretch it out.
Oh man, I think you guys were eating them wish sandwiches and fucking watered down juicy juice.
So wish sandwiches. Oh,
Yeah.
I wish this was really. Eat your bread sandwich.
This is good PB and J. Man, I wish this was
I
smoke.
wish there was peanut
smoked
butter and
turkey.
jelly on it.
Right. Syrup and butter. Syrup sandwiches was a delicious little snack.
I would literally like slide into my kitchen, like butter like 4 pieces of bread and just eat them.
Yeah.
That is a stoner's treat.
No, that's called I wasn't allowed to have any snacks that were in the cabinet, so I had to
Oh.
eat what I was allowed to eat.
You ate bread,
He said, we just gonna keep buying bread. Might as well bust it down.
dude.
That was something that was always in the crib growing up. That and there was always like a random pack of hot dogs.
That
in the fridge.
Sunbeam, that yellow bag, that fucking Sunbeam bread
Word.
was in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Cereal was a staple at my house.
Yeah, well, did you guys have?
Jamal can tell you, I can live on cereal.
Did you guys have the cereal rule where you had to eat a whole box before you open the next one?
Yeah, you better not open up mad boxes.
See, I wasn't
Oh
raised
my
in a
God.
gulag,
Did you have that rule?
so I don't know what the
Occasionally.
fuck you're talking about.
That rule was every time.
And
God forbid you touch my mom's Captain Crunch.
I am very much
never
like
allowed to
Jerry
have that.
Seinfeld. I have a lot of boxes of cereal on top of my fridge. So if there's 8 up there and you open more than 4, we have a problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Right
But-
now I have the Ninja Turtle cereal,
you
I have the
need
Guardians
to
of the
have-
Galaxy cereal,
You can't
I have
expect me
Cinnamon
to
Toast
open up
Crunch.
Fruit Loops and see that I got Cinnamon French Toast Crunch up there, and I'm
So we
supposed
would
to
have
never touch
So
it.
we would have like 3
You
open.
lost me.
So we would have like
You didn't have to add the French part in there.
You've never had the
Cinnamon
French.
Toast Crunch.
No, the
is
French
the
toast one.
superior.
Cinnamon's superior.
You've
to
never had the French toast one though.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is superior to the French toast, but yes, I've had it, but it's not great.
I mean,
It's all right.
CTC they fucked with the recipe. It doesn't taste the same as much.
My favorite are Fruity Pebbles, though.
That's because you got to open the bag upside down.
No. It's not that. It's that it has.
Those are
this-
chips.
It's like a plastic
Cereal
kind
too.
Of, it's like a plastic taste when you eat the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Something
Right,
in
no
it is-
toy, and it still tastes like plastic?
Yeah,
This is
what's up?
bullshit.
Yeah, I think it still tastes
The
good. I don't
minis
know.
are good. I don't know if you've had the minis. I'm an advocate for the minis.
You know what don't
What's
taste
your
good?
favorite cereal?
Raisin Bran and Lucky Charms.
Man, go the fuck home.
Lucky Charms.
I need all that sugar.
I can understand Raisin Bran because a lot of people eat Raisin Bran.
No, see, I'm on the other side of the board.
He
here.
said,
you lost
"Well,
me
fuck
with
you,
Raisin Bran,
I'm regular."
But then the absurdity of Lucky Charms being the other one, you're on two opposite sides of the spectrum. It's like it's either all about your colon or all about the kid in you. Like it's one of the two.
Marshmallows.
that's tricks.
Marshmallows and cereal is disgusting. Maybe that's just me.
Really?
No, they're good.
Dude, cinnamon Apple Jacks, cinnamon toast crunch. I mean, sorry, not French, not at all. Old school Cookie Crisp, even the old corn pops, the greasy ass bag. Come on,
Old
man.
corn pops.
That greasy ass
The tin
corn
foil
pops
bag, yes.
You pick it up and you're like, damn, this shit greasy.
We here at Super Smash Productions do not advocate the new pops. They're
Nah,
awful.
old school corn pops,
Awful.
all day.
Listen, mine would
Cookie
go.
Crisp, yes.
Mine would go Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles,
That's wild, Fruity Pebbles. That's not good. It's really redundant. Go ahead.
and then I would
Redundant.
go Frosted Flakes and add extra sugar.
Frosted Flakes with extra sugar is the shit.
I add extra sugar to almost all my fucking cereal.
Old school Rice Krispies too with the sugar.
Oh, bro, that and it wasn't chocolate milk. I don't know why I preferred strawberry milk,
Never, I'm allergic, so I never.
but still, it was good.
You said Captain Crunch before. Which Captain Crunch?
I'm not allowed to eat cat.
Yeah,
I
which-
wasn't
your
allowed
mom
to eat
ate
regular.
The regular?
Yeah.
And that was the cereal that was off limits.
Yeah, just
one
like
that
the
cut the
fucking,
inside of your mouth.
Just
Don't
like
eat
the
this.
lemon lime Kool-Aid. I wasn't allowed to do that. Or at night, God forbid, we had a glass of chocolate milk because her fucking thing in Nesquik. Weren't allowed to eat that either. 3 things in the fucking house I wanted,
That's funny.
couldn't fucking have.
That's fucking funny. Man.
Fucking bitch.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch, though,
No.
that's where it's at.
No.
Yeah, man.
Reese's Puffs, pass.
I love Reese's Puffs.
When they first
Love
came
peanut
out,
butter
they were
crunch.
fire.
Can't fuck with either one of them. They're amazing. How do you not like these? Honey Nut Chex is also really good.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
Just straight. You made a face.
The only time I'll have Chex is if they're salted with some pumpernickel and some breadsticks.
You never had the vanilla ones either.
No. I told you my cereals
I
that
feel
I
like
eat.
you're missing out.
The only ones I like.
You're living on one block when there's an entire neighborhood to check out. There's a
I've
cereal
listen,
aisle, my guy.
I've been-
It's not an end cap.
I've been around the block. I've walked past your street. I've been around the block.
I don't want to live there.
I don't want to reside there. I don't want to hang out there. Maybe a pop in for like a visit for like 10 minutes and that's it. I'm out.
That's a shame because we got good cereal at my house.
How do you guys feel about the? Did you guys try that new Snoop Dogg cereal?
No.
Come on.
No.
Is that a real question?
It's delicious.
What
I
kind of
didn't know he had a
propaganda is that?
cereal.
What do you mean propaganda?
What do you?
I
He's
support
got
black
wine and
business.
cereal now.
Is it black business or it's just a business putting his face on something trying
No,
to
it's
make
his.
money?
It's his shit. He owns Death Row now too.
Well, you're putting Snoop Dogg's cereal on the same echelon as...
No, I'm just saying, have y'all
Death
tried it?
All right, I'm just making sure.
What are they, like
You won't get shot
Snoopos?
after a bowl. You'll be all right.
Are they like Snoopos or something?
Do they have
Snoopos.
marshmallows shaped
Is that
like...
what they're really called?
Snoopos. Or
I
something
literally
like that.
just guessed. That's the dumbest fucking name I've ever heard.
Oh my goodness.
I would have rather like Snoop Loops. You know what I mean? Like Snoop Loops? That's better than Snoopos.
Snoopaloop. That would have been good.
I mean, you know,
Because of fucking Will Ferrell from Old School and everything, that would have been perfect.
Snoopaloop?
We're here
he
doing your
smokes a lot of
job
weed.
for
You
you,
try.
Snoop.
Watch that. You're getting you're dripping on the.
Oh, you bitch.
Just as far as products go, you think that was the thing we needed in the stores? Like, we need one more cereal in the aisle, and the one that we need is Snoop Dogg?
No, what was the fucking fake cereal that they sold at FYE from like wrestling or whatever, like Bootios or whatever?
That ain't fake
That
cereal.
wasn't fake. That was real.
That
They
was
actually
real.
had real cereal in there,
That's
too.
The
fucking
New
dumb.
Day. Bootios?
Sound dumb as shit.
You didn't watch wrestling, so you didn't get the reference.
But yeah, if you don't watch wrestling, I can't justify the fucking New Day to you.
Shit, The Rock made fun of John Cena and told him all his shirts look like Fruity
They
Pebbles.
did come out of a giant box of that cereal once, dressed in Saiyan armor. Does that appeal to you at all?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No, not
you
at
know.
It's like, did you get a little? No.
No? Nothing? All right, no.
Nothing there.
If anything happens, let me know.
Who's your all-time favorite wrestler?
All-time favorite, Raven.
Yo, that's all right. So Raven's in my top 10.
fucking answer.
That's a really good answer. He's in my top 10. The even flow DDT, such a smooth move. I know it's just a DDT.
I don't know who that is.
Raven,
Never
quote the Raven evermore.
Never say just a DDT.
Well, that's fucking Edgar Allan Poe. I know what Edgar Allan Poe is, but
Yeah, but
not the wrestler.
Raven was a wrestler
the
who,
wrestler would fuck Edgar Allan Poe up.
if I'm not wrong, has wrestled in every
Edgar Allan
promotion
Poe
with the
had, like,
exception of like
syphilis.
AEW.
Huh? So did Al Capone. They didn't
For
stop
the
him
most
from
part,
running,
yeah.
Raven has
running
been everywhere.
doing crime.
Right?
Huh?
Raven's been everywhere. I can't think of
Yeah,
a promotion
TNA,
with the exception
ECW,
of
WWE,
AEW that he hasn't been
WCW,
on.
everywhere.
He's fucking awesome, man. He got a little
I do.
chubby at the end.
I respect that
Anytime
answer.
it
That was a very good
That
answer.
was
He's
really
I know
done
that was a
really
great
good-
answer.
Think
He's
of
done
Eric
really good
Draven.
shit in TNA.
He absolutely did. His storytelling has been great, beginning to end.
He is, in my opinion, one of the greatest like psychologists in the business. That is,
A little stiff to work with, I've heard, and I mean everybody's seen the video of him knocking DDP unconscious on MTV and everything like that. That I don't think he was supposed to do that, but
And he's really intelligent.
It
too,
worked.
They said he has a really high IQ.
he knew when to take risks.
Yeah.
And there's people on the other side of that shit, like Jeff Jarrett, who decided to go out there, bash at the beach, 2000. Stupid shit. Stupid kind of shit. I just watched that, so it's fresh on my mind.
I probably would only say Undertaker or Stone Cold.
You would like. I know you don't watch pro wrestling, but you would like Dark Side of the Ring series. You like documentaries and shit like that. You would like it. Dark Side.
Imagine
of the Ring.
like the Chris Benoit story, but all throughout. Wrestling has a really checkered,
Yeah.
like, it's
Just a
almost weird that wrestling that has such great storytelling has these stories that are almost Shakespearean. The shit that happens, you make that. It's true though. There's just some weird shit. Watch the Von Erichs movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Watch that, and you'll see just weird shit. Like, how does it all start? How that all happen in one family? It's weird. And I know you don't get the references, so you wouldn't even know what I'm saying. But
Nope.
imagine they've been referred to as the Kennedys of professional wrestling.
Oh, that's some shit.
Yeah.
To where dudes just keep dying and stuff. Nobody was like killing women and hiding the bodies or nothing like
That dude New Jack that I told you about with the music playing the whole. That's a perfect episode to start watching right out there. You don't even have to. You don't have to watch them in order. That's a perfect episode to watch right out the gate. 'Cause
The
you'll-
shit New Jack has said about Dustin and fucking his ex-wife and everything is some of the most
dude,
horrible stuff you could say
he
on
used to draw
television.
heat. So he used to draw heat with there was this promotion called Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and it was out in Memphis and super hick white town, and literally his group was called the Gangsters, and it was 3 black dudes who were just pretty much typical 90s West Coast influence.
They shouldn't have been in that town.
And-
they were GTA San Andreas characters, like OG San
Try that in a
Andreas
small town
characters.
type deal.
And when the OJ trial was happening, he was like they beat the shit out of this group, and he was like, I want to give a shout out to our brother OJ Simpson.
man,
You
OJ.
got 2 more off the streets. Keep up the good work. And people are just like, and he's saying this shit, and like he said, if people didn't throw shit at him or call him the N word or
He wasn't doing his
fucking,
job.
he wasn't doing his job. And the hotter you got back, like it's just the heat you get, I guess, from that shit, the more money you make. So it was like, I got to piss all these people off and get called all this shit.
Right,
But
you gotta. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing the bad guy.
no, but they couldn't stay in the town after, like, they would, as soon as they would do their shit in the ring, they had to get the fuck out of Dodge.
And that's a lot of the stuff that show he's talking about shows you, like the real life dudes trying to stab Rowdy Piper.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
It's
that
a
kind of
it's
stuff.
a really good, it doesn't dwell on the old, like, yeah, the wrestling comes up. Like, you remember Bam Bam Bigelow from back in the day? He just had an episode, like, 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Fantastic episode.
I felt they
quite a few
sped
guys.
through it and they skipped a couple of big parts, but it's okay.
But they
Dude,
did.
where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Duval Branch. You can find me on Instagram, GodLoves_the_groove.
Is Threads already a done thing?
No, Threads is still going. I was getting there.
I haven't even heard of it since it was announced.
Yeah, you haven't answered any of my stuff on Threads.
You sent
I don't have one.
Oh. I was going to say, you sent me shit? Because I got notifications turned on.
I don't respond to you on Instagram for 2 weeks, and you think I got that shit?
That's true. That's where you can find me pretty much, Mac.
Yeah, you find me on Facebook, working on Turf and Turnbuckles coming back this season. We have a draft coming up, and we have a YouTube page that it exists, but I mean it's not anything. But you can go. And you can subscribe and do that stuff. One finger. We're new.
He said, "Do that."
We're new.
Go ahead. You can plug yourself.
Yeah. Plug away, please.
Can
Pause.
find me at on Instagram, Scarlet_Ripper. My wrestling account at Sammy Nothing, or my band account at Technivore13.
Crash_Concoction on Instagram. That's already free. Also, make sure you guys smash the subscribe button for Super Smash Productions on YouTube, TikTok, and sometimes Facebook. Definitely not Instagram anymore because the algorithms are whack. Love you guys. I'm out.
Shout out Bipolar Collection.
Fuck him too.